Airports are full of hidden traps, and most travelers have no idea they're walking straight into them. From boarding blunders to security slip-ups that can get you flagged or delayed, these mistakes cost passengers millions of dollars every year. And the worst part? Airlines quietly profit from them. So before your next flight, watch closely, because these are 10 airport mistakes passengers are still making in 2025, and the one at the end could ruin your entire trip. We all know the rule: arrive early, and yet, somehow, it's the one mistake people keep making. I've done it too. You underestimate traffic, lose track of time, and suddenly you're that person sprinting through the terminal. When you rush, your stress level spikes. That's when things start going wrong. You misplace your ID, forget your phone, or leave something behind at security. Even worse, you don't have time to double-check where you parked or take a photo of your parking spot. The fix is simple. Aim to arrive 2 hours before domestic flights and 3 hours before international. It might feel early, but having time to grab a coffee beats racing through the terminal in a panic. Rushing ruins your mindset before the trip even begins. This one sounds silly until it happens to you. Every airport in the world has pickpockets and opportunists watching distracted travelers. And your phone? It's their favorite target. Walking through the parking deck or baggage claim with your phone dangling in your hand is an open invitation. Thieves can snatch it in seconds and sell it overseas for a quick profit. Here's my golden rule. Keep your phone zipped away until you've passed security. Once you're in the safe zone, use it freely. Until then, treat it like your passport, because in 2025, it basically is. Let's talk about those hidden money belts. They sound smart until you hit airport security. You'll hear the officer say, "Nothing in your pockets," and there you are, fumbling with a bulky pouch strapped under your clothes. Security scanners vary by country and technology, but they all have one thing in common. They don't love mystery pouches filled with metal zippers and passports. The smarter move: keep your valuables inside a zipped interior pocket of your personal item bag. Once your boarding pass and ID are scanned, put them away immediately, somewhere secure, out of sight, and hard for anyone to grab. Yes, even TSA officers have been caught stealing from trays and bags, so make your valuables less accessible. You don't need paranoia, just smart prevention. Here's one that catches even seasoned travelers off guard. Security lines can look short until they suddenly aren't. And during holidays? Forget it. The problem isn't just the crowd, it's the infrequent travelers who don't know what they're doing. They're still learning how to remove laptops, liquids, and belts, slowing everything down for everyone else. Your solution? Assume the worst. Pack your liquids properly in a clear quart-sized bag. Have your electronics ready to pull out. And remember, just because your airport sometimes lets you keep liquids in your bag, doesn't mean today's officer will. Every minute you save in that line could mean the difference between catching your flight and watching it take off without you. I used to pack like I was moving abroad for 6 months. One outfit per day, backup shoes, and a just-in-case sweater. And every time, half of it came home untouched. In 2025, smart travelers go carry-on only, but with strategy. Choose outfits that mix and match and pack 2 pairs of versatile shoes, max. If it doesn't serve at least 2 purposes, it doesn't make the cut. Your suitcase should feel light enough that you can lift it into the overhead bin without help. If it doesn't, you've overpacked. We've all been there, trying to untie sneakers with 15 people sighing behind us in line. Laced shoes are a bottleneck at security. Unless you have TSA pre-check, you'll probably have to remove them. So make life easier. Before you reach the airport, loosen or partially untie your laces. Better yet, travel in slip-ons or zip boots that come off quickly. If you're over 75, good news, you can keep your shoes on entirely. Everyone else? Tie smart, travel faster. I know, goodbyes are emotional. But hey, the airport drop-off curb is not the place for a farewell movie scene. I've been stuck behind couples clinging for 5 minutes while traffic piles up behind them. If you want to talk, use the cell phone lot or the parking deck. Otherwise, keep the goodbye quick, wave, and move on. It's courteous, it keeps traffic flowing, and it saves everyone's sanity. Skipping online check-in is one of those old habits that needs to die. These days, airline apps do everything: seat selection, boarding passes, even parking reservations. Checking in early gives you key info before you even leave home, like which terminal and gate your flight leaves from, and whether it's on time or delayed. It also saves you from the check-in counter lines that always seem to move at glacial speed. So, take 2 minutes the night before, open your app, and check in. You'll thank yourself when you breeze past the crowds at the terminal. Here's the hard truth. If your suitcase is heavier than you can lift, you're asking for trouble. I love carry-on travel. It keeps you in control. But dragging an unmanageable bag through terminals to save a few dollars isn't worth it. If you struggle to lift it, check it. Many airline credit cards now include one free checked bag anyway. Use it. And if you're worried about lost luggage, pack a small compression cube in your personal item, with a spare shirt, socks, and underwear. That way, even if your suitcase takes a vacation without you, you'll be just fine. Always keep essentials, like medication, chargers, and power banks, in your personal item, never in checked bags. If your battery pack ends up in the cargo hold, it's a fire risk. The last mistake is one that ruins entire trips booking connections with less than an hour to spare. I've made this one, and paid for it. On paper, 50 minutes sounds doable. In reality, it's chaos. It takes 10 to 20 minutes just to deplane, then you're sprinting across terminals or waiting for a tram, all while the next flight is already boarding. Airlines close doors 20 minutes before departure, and once they're closed, they're not reopening them for you. When booking connections, aim for at least 90 minutes domestic and 2 hours international. If something delays you, weather, boarding, a slow passenger, you'll still make it. And yes, consider travel insurance for missed connections. It's one of the few safety nets that actually makes sense in today's unpredictable travel world. Every traveler learns through mistakes, but the smart ones learn from someone else's. Arrive early, pack light, check in online, and above all, plan buffer time. Air travel in 2025 is smoother than ever if you know what to expect. So use these lessons, fly smarter, and enjoy the journey without the stress. If you found this helpful, subscribe to Jet Set Genius for more travel tips and insider tricks every week. Because the best way to travel smart is to never make the same mistake twice. Remember the last time you squeezed into your airplane seat, bracing for hours in the sky? Sure, flying gets us there fast, but let's be real, it's not always a smooth ride. Crammed seats, crying babies, dry air. Sound familiar? That's why I've gathered 7 Flight Hacks airlines, hope you never find out. And they'll change the way you fly forever. Quick heads up, if you love travel hacks like this, hit subscribe now, so you never miss a trick airlines don't want you to know. Let's be real, nothing beats scoring the window seat. Clouds, cities, sunsets, it's unbeatable. It's like your own private nook in the sky, cozy, quiet, and all yours. But here's the catch. Window seats get cold, like shivering even with a blanket cold. Planes are engineering marvels, but comfort, that's not their strong suit. Up at 35,000 feet, the plane's outer shell can hit minus 140 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than Antarctica. You won't turn into an icicle, but that chill? It creeps in, especially on long hauls. But don't worry, this one's an easy fix. Just toss a light jacket or cozy sweater in your carry-on, even if you're flying to paradise. Better to be snug than stuck freezing in your seat for 6 hours. Bonus tip, forget your layer? Ask the flight attendant for a blanket. They've got your back. You've just buckled in, the plane's rolling toward takeoff, and the flight attendant hands you a hot drink. Sounds nice, right? Coffee, tea, it feels like first-class treatment. But before you take a sip, there's something you really need to know. That hot water? It usually comes from tanks that rarely, and I mean rarely, get properly cleaned. And it's not just rumors. Actual studies show that airplane water is kind of disgusting. We're talking E. coli, staph, and bacteria you definitely don't want floating in your tea. So what should you drink instead? Easy. Bottled water or sealed juice only. If it's sealed, it's safe, and way more refreshing than mystery tank water. Hydration's important, but not at the cost of gulping down germy water. So do yourself a favor. Go sealed, stay safe. All right, time for some airplane hygiene real talk. And it's not what you think. Everyone knows planes are flying germ factories, but you haven't heard the worst part yet. Because the filthiest spot on board? It's not the bathroom. Sure, the lavatory is gross, but there's a hidden hotspot that's way worse. It's that tray table you're about to eat off. Yep, that thing is a germ nightmare. Hundreds of hands touch it every day, and who knows what else has been on it. People eat off them. And yes, even change diapers on them. Flight crews try to clean, but trays often get skipped in the mad dash between flights. Runner-up for dirtiest spot? Those seat back pockets you're tempted to stuff everything into. We all toss snacks and phones in there, but those pockets are almost never cleaned. So how do you avoid these sneaky germ zones like a pro? It's simple. Just be prepared with a few easy moves. First, throw a pack of sanitizing wipes into your carry-on. Non-negotiable. Wipe that tray the second you sit down, and give the seatback pocket a once-over while you're at it. Let's be honest. Nothing kills vacation vibes faster than being trapped at the airport with a delayed flight. But what if I told you there's a ridiculously simple trick that slashes your chances of delays? It's all about timing, and most people get this part wrong. Flight delays snowball as the day goes on. One late plane leads to another, and another. One late flight in the morning triggers a ripple effect that can wreck your whole day, or even your entire trip. So here's the travel hack. Book the earliest flight you can, always. The earlier you're in the air, the less chance you'll hit any delays. It's that simple. And bonus, morning flights are usually smoother for anyone who hates turbulence. Morning air is calmer, which means your flight's smoother, quieter, and just plain better. You land on time, feel more rested, and start your trip off right. So next time you're booking, do yourself a favor. Wake up early and grab that morning flight. Everyone thinks the front of the plane is where all the perks are. Sure, first class gets the fancy seats, the champagne, the VIP treatment, but believe it or not, there's a secret perk to sitting in the back of the plane. Yep, those rear rows, they might actually get better service. When you're in the back, it's easier for crew to sneak you an extra snack or drink, without the whole cabin watching. And if the galley's behind you, crew is nearby ready to help, fast. No aisle traffic, no squeezing past carts. It just makes their job easier. Now sure, it's not first-class service, don't expect champagne, but if you want a smoother experience and maybe a little extra love from the crew, the back's where it's at. So next time you book, don't overlook the back. It might just surprise you. Let's talk neck pillows. That tiny travel essential that can make or break your flight. Inflatable neck pillows can be a total lifesaver when you're trying to sleep at 30,000 feet. They keep your head from bobbing around and help you avoid that dreaded neck cramp. But here's a travel fail you'll want to avoid. Never fully inflate your neck pillow before takeoff. As the plane climbs, cabin pressure drops, and the air inside your pillow expands. If it's fully inflated on the ground, it might literally pop mid-air. And yes, it happens. The fix? Super simple. Just leave a little wiggle room when inflating it. It might feel a bit squishy at first, but mid-air, it firms up just right for a comfy nap. One small adjustment now saves you a big mid-flight headache later. Let's face it, airplane food is, well, not winning any awards. But here's a little-known trick that can totally upgrade your in-flight meal. Order the special meal. Now you're probably thinking, but I'm not vegan, gluten-free, or allergic to anything. Doesn't matter. You don't need dietary restrictions to score the perks. Here's the deal. Special meals are made in smaller batches and loaded first, so they're often fresher and way better tasting than the regular stuff. Bonus, you usually get your meal first. More time to eat, relax, or dive into your book. Don't be afraid to switch it up. Special meals might just surprise you in the best way. Sometimes, leveling up your travel is as simple as thinking outside the tray. Next time you book a flight, check that special meal box and thank yourself later. And there you have it. 7 flight hacks that could totally transform your next trip. These small tweaks can help you stay comfy, skip the stress, and maybe even enjoy your time in the sky. Got travel buddies? Hit share and pass these tips along. No one deserves a cold seat or a germ-filled drink. Safe travels.